Good morning, it's Nancy today. I'm going to redo this area here. So I come down the drive and then we have this open area here where the swing was. And I'm in the process now of moving some of the daylilies. I want the short ones out at the front and the tall ones at the back. And I'm going to put them over here too, in front of these. They'll shade the hostas, which need shade. And then I'll put it in front of the, what is that called? Spirea. One little spirea flower happening. So what I've done so far, I have removed something here. Yeah, there was one here growing up underneath this tree, but you really couldn't see. So I moved it over here. And then there were these little ones that nothing was happening with them at all. I think they were right here, so I moved them over there. And those were from by the lane outside, and then the other one was from way back here. Another one of these things. What is this? It's very sticky. That's a maple. What is that? An ash up there? Anyway. Okay. So I'm going to bring these up because these are pretty small. There's two of them now. And I just brought up those little tiny ones were here around, and there was a big one over here somewhere. So I brought them up. So I'll bring these up next. So I can see them because they're way down. Where'd you go? So I can see them because they're way down here at the bottom. This looks like it has divided into two. I might move one of them. I might not. And then out here, see, I want to make it a nice, so when you walk by here, you see lots of beautiful daylily flowers. So there's another one out here at the road. See, these are blooming right now. And I don't think those or those bloomed. I think they are too close to the shade. So I think I'll move those two. And there were three down here. I took out one, which was here. And there should be two more. So here's one here I'll take out. And I guess the third one, I don't know where the third one is. I'll have to search around for it. Okay, so I'll dig it now. Bye. Some more daylilies under the windows, which did not bloom this year. I don't see a blooming stalk. There's my mug. from my experiment for catching the mosquitoes, which did not really work, but it caught something in there, I guess. Okay, so this one here, there's one here that's not been blooming. And this one and this one. None of those three worked. So I think I will move them over and put hostas here, where I'm taking these out of. I think this is a comfrey. Glad I planted a comfrey here. Can you see it? Okay, so this one, and this one, those three are going to come out. And maybe one from beside there. And they're going to go over here. Now this all used to be driveway all the way across to there. So I have some driveway soil. So you see this hosta. It does not look as awesome as it should. The leaves are not very big. Well, guess I'm not going to be doing any more of that. Darn it. Guess I'll just have to dig with a short shovel. I can do it. I can do difficult things. If you aren't sure, just ask me. Okay, I give up. Guess I'll dig a hole there first. Okay, I'll be back. Bye. Okay, so I have dug up the hosta, and I have dug up the thing. I don't think the thing that I dug up was a perennial. I think it was a chunk of weeds. Didn't look enough like a daylily. I have to turn the water back on this way. On. Okay. See, there was my hole with my broken shovel. Guess it was under the root. The tree root had grown into it. So what I do when I plant is I fill the hole with water. That's grass. Okay. Then I take my plant and I set it right down in the water. And I fill it back in with soil. I guess that was a daylily. Look at that. It's got some daylily roots there. Okay. And there we go. And I'm going to water it in again. Okay, that's that. Now then, what about this? So now, we'll remove all the other things from it. Okay, so that's all daylily. I will get my water. I must have run over this with a lawnmower. Okay, now I have to decide. I'm going to use this soil. This is from dead plants at the store. Okay, this is looking pretty small here too. Oh, it's got a name. American Folklife. Okay. So I'll put this back on here. Sorry, just have to feed this through. There we go, American Folklife. And I don't know if it's the same one as the other, but the other was pretty small looking, so I think it might be the same. But I don't know. So what do I do? Let me just put the big one in the hole. I'll put these around it. Bee wants my flowers on my hat. It's depressing, isn't it, Mr. Bee? Yes, he's gone. Well, I didn't put the right dirt in. Okay, I'm gonna put some more water in it. There we go. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye. Hello, it's Nancy today. Well, I've been working hard at this, and I have moved lots of clumps of daylilies here. So there are 1, 2, 3. I don't think there's one behind that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 clumps of daylilies from places that were not in the sun. There's still one more. It's behind, or it's up under the tree on the next row over, I think. So that's nice, isn't it? It's going to be very pretty. I think I'll put some in front of these. I think I'll put them in front of the spirea, and then 3 through there, or 4. Those little ones have to come out. Those things down in there. You can see the hosta and the other hosta. Can't see it, can you? I'll see if I can make it show up. Yeah, there it is. Okay. And then this little thing. I forget what it's called. STIL something. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so there's some of these that have flowers on them. This one is flowering. And that big one in the tree. And this one right here by the post. 3 of them are flowering. Did I move a piece of grass in there? I think I might have. I'm pleased with what I've done with my broken shovel. It makes a lot of bending when you have to hold the shovel way down low and then step on it. Should probably take all the grass out of this spot first. Dig that whole thing up. Get the grass out from under the spirea. And I guess I'll put a post in down there by the base of this tree. And then another post, we'll have a couple posts through here. I think that's probably far enough coming out. And then I'll do it on this side. I'll fill these up with it too. And I would like to move all of these tall things to be together. So I could put them all in front of this bush, this tree. They don't take up much room. I could dig a nice big hole there and I could get them all. There's 2 here and 1 there and 1 way back there. No, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 way back there, 5. And then there's a couple back on that row, I think. I really like my garden. This whole thing. This whole big, huge place. It was a field. There were no apple trees, no willows, no spruces, nothing. This was nothing but a grassy slope. Went all the way down to there and way up to there and over to here. I think it's 50 feet square. I love those daylilies over there. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, so we're going to put the mullein right in there, and those little tiny ones are too tiny to have there. Those little ones, they could come out in front of here, I guess. Or maybe we'll leave them there, and that's a whole other place. We'll have to do something with the root. It should really have fabric under it, so it won't have landscaping fabric under it, so it won't have anything to deal with coming up. So I'll dig the hole first, fill it with water, and then I'll go over and I'll bring up all these mulleins. I have to search around and find them all. This dirt is actually driveway for about 4 inches, so I'm throwing the driveway material over here. It'll pack down. Come on, lighten up. There we go. I've been wearing these gloves. These are really good gloves. I've never had gloves that I've liked before. People would tell me to wear gloves. I never did. Imagine that. Not paying attention to people. I like those hostas under there. But they're kind of on the sunny side. See, I've got my tall stuff at the front. Well, I have the tall stuff at the front because that's where it grew. And wherever it grows is where it gets to stay. I could find some smaller plants though, these echinacea. Could find smaller echinacea plants down there by the bottom and put them up in there, so they'll be at the back. Or I could put the mulleins at the back and these in front of them. All in front of this tree. Those hostas, I don't know where they should be. They look pretty good right there, don't they? But if I want to fill this in, well, I don't know, I'll leave them under the tree. They make shade under the tree, which is good for the roots. And they are shaded by the tree a bit, and they will be shaded by whatever I plant there. Decisions. So do you have a perennial garden? Does anybody out there have a perennial garden? I love my perennials. I took out all the grass in between the rows at one time and I put thyme in. That was really nice. I had wanted to have thyme so I wouldn't have to mow. But that didn't really last. Okay, so I guess I'm going to get started on this. Well, let me go look and see if there's some more mulleins around the other side. Ornamental mullein. Oh yes, there's quite a few. Ah yes, okay, so we have a cluster of 5 ornamental mulleins over here. I think I should dig around this spirea too and take better care of my phlox. And then I thought I would move these new little lilac bushes. This one and this one, and this one, and this one. I think there's new lilac bushes everywhere around these little bigger bushes. And this one, and I'm going to put them down on the roadway. Isn't that beautiful? That's from Sue. Isn't that gorgeous? But I don't see it over here very often, so I don't come over here. So I think on the way to the car is the best place, because then when I go to the car I'll get them. Now see, this was a nice cluster of phlox, but the grass has grown in around them, so I need to dig all that grass out. Willem is buying a new spade at the store in town. Okay, so how hard is it going to be to dig out these? You guys cannot live in there. Not at all. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 plants, so we'll dig this up here and take it over there. Look how tall that is. That's so big because of the sheep manure in there. It's bird vetch. Those bugs seem to have gone away. Oops. So we have bees. Not honeybees, but we have bees. Amethyst snowberry. Go get my gloves on for all that. All my nettles are in thick seed, which is awesome. I usually harvest them before this. They don't get that chance. Look at that. The grape has gone up onto the top. Finally, what is on there? It's got little bugs on it. these have to be hung up somewhere out here. Lots of weeding to be done. I gotta go. Goodbye.